Good morning, students. In the previous class, we studied about the carbohydrates, which is the one of the important biomolecules. Okay, so remaining the introduction point for the lipids, nucleic acid, amino acids, and the proteins. After the carbohydrate metabolism and also the bioenergetics chapter, I will continue that points. Okay, so in the first chapter, the second important point is bioenergetics. Okay, so in this you have to study the bioenergetics means what, endergonic and also the exergonic biochemical reactions, and the concept of the free energy, and delta G means what, the chemical reaction for that, the relationship between the free energy, enthalpy and also entropy with redox potential. So all these points you have to study. So in this bioenergetics, the bioenergetics nothing but the biochemical thermodynamics. Okay, so it means the thermo means heat, dynamics means here you can consider it as an energy. Okay, the biochemical reactions where those will be influenced by the utilization or the release or the transfer of the energy will be takes place. So those things will be mentioned as bioenergetics or the biochemical thermodynamics. Mainly the bioenergetics deals with the study of energy changes in the biochemical reactions. Okay, so there may be a transfer of energy or the utilization of the energy may takes place. The reactions are mainly classified into two types. Okay, so exergonic biochemical reactions or the endergonic biochemical reactions. So exergonic reactions nothing but here those reactions will utilizes the energy. So here the exergonic means the energy releases. Okay, so endergonic reactions nothing but those are the biochemical reactions where the energy will be consumed. Okay, so exergonic means energy releasing and also endergonic reactions means energy consuming. So these bioenergetics will not influences the mechanism of the chemical reactions, but this bioenergetics is mainly concerned with the initial and also the final state of the energy components of the reactants. Okay, so the free energy concept also we should know. The free energy nothing but here the energy actually available to do work is known as free energy. Okay, so here the utilization of the energy will be takes place, that will be considered as a free energy, and the change in the free energy are valuable in the predicting the feasibility of chemical reactions, so which is mentioned with the delta capital G. Okay, the reactions can occur spontaneously if they are accompanied by the decrease in the free energy. Okay, so here the reactions will be continuously or spontaneously reactions will be takes place if it is accompanied by a decrease in the free energy. Okay, so here it may be a enthalpy or entropy. So the chemical reactions heat may be released or absorbed. Okay, so in biochemical reactions heat may be released or absorbed. So entropy is nothing but you can mention that it represents the change in the randomness or the disorder of the reactants and also the products. Okay, so the entropy attains a maximum as the reaction approaches equilibrium, but compared to this enthalpy here which is represented with the delta H. Okay, so enthalpy is a measure of the change in a heat content of the reactants and compared to the products. Okay, so the enthalpy, entropy and also the free energy, so with the help of one reaction or formula you can represent the relationship between this change of free energy, that is delta G, and enthalpy delta H, and also the entropy nothing but delta H, and it will be represented like the delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta H. Okay, so here the T is nothing but it will represents the absolute temperature, so this is the standard value. Okay, so K is equal to 273, more than that degrees centigrade. Okay, so it will be the standard value. So delta G is equal to delta H, and the delta H minus T delta S. Okay, so here the free energy, the standard is also there. The standard free energy is represented by the delta G degree. That is nothing but the degree superscript will be there. Okay, so it indicates the free energy change when the reactants or products are at a concentration of the 1 molecule per liter at pH of the 7. Okay, so this is the standard free energy, and here this standard free energy or the free energy will also represent the positive or negative. Okay, so here the free energy change delta G is represented by the negative sign if there is any energy loss. Okay, so that will be indicated by the negative thing, and if there is a exergonic reaction will be takes place, that will be indicated by the negative. And the another point is the reaction can't be proceed spontaneously and is endergonic in that endergonic reaction in the character. Okay, so in this what will happen, the positive delta G will be there, so free energy change will be mentioned with the positive, so that indicates the energy must be supplied to the reactants. Okay, so here the energy utilization will be takes place, consumption will be there by that reactant. So here that is the endergonic reaction. So these exergonic and also the endergonic you can represent with that of the ATP, adenosine triphosphate. If the hydrolysis of the ATP takes place means then there is a liberation of one molecule of ATP undergoes hydrolysis, then ADP plus phosphate will be molecule will be liberated as it is. So here the delta G dot nothing but the standard free energy will be there, so that will be minus 7.3 calories per mole. Okay, so the reversal of the reaction nothing but here the ADP will react with the phosphate, the phosphorylation will be takes place, and here the ATP will form and is the endergonic and occurs only when there is a supply of the energy of at least 7.3 calories per mole. That is nothing but the standard free energy delta Z degree is the positive. Okay, so here the exergonic and also the endergonic reactions will also influences the free energy. The free energy change becomes zero when a reaction is at equilibrium. Okay, so at equilibrium position the free energy will become zero, and at a constant temperature and also the pressure delta G is dependent on the actual concentration of the reactants and also the products. So for here you can represent it A to product B. Okay, the reaction will takes place, so delta G is equal to delta G degree, that is standard free energy change, plus RT. So here R indicates the gas constant, T is nothing but the temperature, absolute temperature, so this is also the standard value, and the logarithmic to that of concentration of the product to concentration of the reactant. Okay, so this will gives the standard free energy with that of the free energy changes. Okay, so here this one you can represent with this equilibrium also. Okay, so here the free energy, the standard free energy change is related to equilibrium constant also, delta G is equal to 0. As I already told, the equilibrium is there means it will become 0. Okay, so delta G standard plus RT, so logarithm to that of the log of concentration of the B, nothing but the concentration of product, to that of the equilibrium, to that of the concentration of the reactant equilibrium. So here the finally delta G standard is equals to minus RT logarithmic of equilibrium kilo equilibrium. Okay, so this will indicates that the equilibrium constant with respect to that of the standard free energy change. Okay, so here some biochemical pathways will also influence these free energy changes. Okay, so here it is an additive value. The sum of the free energy change is crucial in that determining whether a particular pathway will proceed or not. Okay, so here this biochemical reactions are determined by the activities of the enzymes. Okay, so it should be very accurate compared to that of the actual rate of the biochemical reactions. Okay, so here these are determined by the activities of the enzymes.